While football is one of the biggest team sports in the entire world, there's several positions that are more critical than others when it comes to trying to win games and championships. Two of the biggest positions on the football field are the quarterback and receiver. Having a great quarterback or receiver is critical to the success of any team, but when you have both a great quarterback and receiver, they can make for a deadly duo. Welcome back to our channel, where today we're going to be sitting back and counting the top 5 greatest quarterback and wide receiver duos in history. Let's dive right in. At number 5 is Troy Aikman and Michael Irvin. While the start of his career was a little bumpy, Troy Aikman was able to become one of the greatest quarterbacks in the league and helped form a dynasty with the Dallas Cowboys, along with his top receiver in Michael Irvin. Aikman connected with Irvin for 60 touchdowns in their careers, along with 5 straight 10-win seasons and 3 Super Bowls in a 4-year span. Aikman finished his career with 165 total touchdown passes, meaning that Irvin caught over 1/3 of his total career touchdowns. Irvin will only catch 5 touchdowns from someone not named Troy Aikman for the rest of his career, as both he and Aikman would go on to find themselves in the Hall of Fame when it was all said and done. At number 4, Terry Bradshaw and Lynn Swann. Bradshaw was similar to Aikman in the sense that the beginning of his career was quite rough. In fact, he holds the record for the lowest passer rating in a single season at 30.4. Yet once Lynn Swann came into the picture, Bradshaw would soon rise to the top of the list of the best quarterbacks in the 1970s. Bradshaw and Lynn played together for 9 years, and although they didn't post the greatest regular season numbers, the duo combined in some of the biggest moments in the playoffs to help the Steelers win 4 Super Bowls. One of the greatest games involving these two greats would be in Super Bowl X against the Cowboys, where Bradshaw would connect with Swann 5 times for 161 yards and a touchdown, including a remarkable 64-yard throw and catch. Both Bradshaw and Swann would eventually become Hall of Famers for helping Pittsburgh become one of the winningest football franchises. At number 3, Steve Young and Jerry Rice. For the longest time, Joe Montana was the guy in San Francisco. 40,000 passing yards, 273 touchdowns, 4 Super Bowls, and 3 Super Bowl MVPs during his 13 years with the Niners. Near the end of his career, however, Montana suffered an elbow injury, leaving a young left-handed quarterback by the name of Steve Young to take over. Young stepped into the spotlight and showed no signs of nerves whatsoever, eventually winning the starting job over Montana before Joe was shipped off to Kansas City. Young was known for his incredible chemistry with all of his teammates, but specifically with receiver Jerry Rice. Young and Rice would connect for a total of 92 touchdowns together, the third most in NFL history, and good for more than 1/3 of Young's total career touchdowns. The two future Hall of Famers would also win the Super Bowl together, as Young would connect with Rice 10 times for 149 yards and 3 scores, and he'd come home with the Super Bowl MVP award. At number 2, Joe Montana and Jerry Rice. Speaking of Joe Montana, he was also pretty fond of Jerry Rice during his tenure as the starter in San Francisco. When you pair the greatest receiver of all time with one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, you're bound to get something pretty special. And boy oh boy were they special. While they didn't connect for nearly as many touchdowns as Steve Young and Jerry Rice did, having only 67 together, they were significantly more successful than Young was during his tenure at quarterback. The Niners won 5 divisional titles with Montana and Rice together, along with back-to-back Super Bowl victories, and these two elite talents just complemented each other so well, allowing them to dominate the late 80s and go down as one of the most dangerous duos in the history of the NFL. And at number 1 is Peyton Manning and Marvin Harrison. Peyton Manning and Marvin Harrison are easily the most lethal quarterback and receiver duo of all time. Manning and Harrison would combine for an incredible 114 touchdowns as a duo, the most by any duo involving a quarterback and receiver by 22. Peyton Manning threw for 539 touchdowns in his very long career, yet still managed to connect with Harrison for over 20% of them. For Harrison, only 14 touchdowns were thrown by someone not named Peyton Manning, making them easily the most successful duo that the league has ever seen. These two Hall of Famers would play together for 11 years and would help the Colts win their second Super Bowl in franchise history. What's even more impressive is that out of these 114 touchdowns, only 2 of them came in the postseason, showing how dominant that they were in the regular season. While these are the top duos that the league has ever seen, there's plenty of duos in the league right now that could potentially overtake one of these spots in the list. A duo like Joe Burrow and Ja'Marr Chase, or Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs. These duos are some of the best in the league today, and although making history is possible, it's highly unlikely due to just how insanely talented these former duos were. But with that, that's going to do it for today's video, so thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell so that you never miss another video. Thanks again, and we'll see you guys next time.